What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr, and today we are here with Marvin, and Marvin was able to pilot Mitsurugi Ogdoadics with Ragnaraka at today's Alliance Insight sneak peek where the players are allowed to use the brand new cards. So Marvin, take us away with what you've got.
Yeah, so I'll start with the Mitsurugi sort of monsters. So 3 Aramasa.
So this is the brand new card. If it is normal or special, or this card is is tributed, you add a Mitsurugi monster from the deck to the hand, except itself. If another reptile monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to tribute this card instead. And the benefit is, I'm assuming Marvin's going to show us what it leads to.
Yeah, well, three of the Sagi, 1 Kusanagi, and then 1 of the Murakumo, 1 of the Mitama, and then 2 of the new one, the Habakiri.
So the Habakiri is, you get to ritual summon it with any Mitsurugi ritual. Monster your opponent controls lose 800 attack, but the benefit is you get to reveal this card in the hand to special summon a Mitsurugi monster from your deck and then tribute 1 monster you control. You can only use that effect once per duel. If it is tributed, you get to add a Mitsurugi card from the deck to the hand, except itself, and then special summon this card. So it's a great utility card. It's probably one of them ones that if Marvin had a third, you'd probably be playing it for free. But it's still such an incredible good card to hard open up, reveal, and that can even lead you into what is considered as like the technical kaiju version of the Mitsurugis.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the deck is centered around tributing and then activating the effects of the Mitsurugi cards, and to sort of help facilitate that, the Ogdoadic cards are really helpful. So 2 Naoya, the Ogdoadic Remnant, 1 Curse, and 1 Aaron. So the Naoya sends the Curse, which can tribute a monster on field from grave, and then it'll summon this out, which will then add a Ogdoadic spell or trap, which often will be Daybreak, which I can talk about later. But often helps me sort of link climb as well. The Aaron as sort of like an added extra. It's probably a little bit win more, but I built this deck for a little bit of fun. But again, when when an opponent adds a card to hand, then I can randomly send 1 card from hand to grave. And when they special summon, I can get a bit of recursion because I can add 1 light or dark reptile from deck or grave. As for the Ragnaraka engine and sort of the other little bits, so 1 Armored Lizard, 1 Wicked Butterfly, and then 1 Night Sword Serpent. So Night Sword Serpent obviously special summons itself, which obviously can help with extension or starting off combos. The Armored Lizard again can special summon itself from hand by banishing, which you do quite a lot in this deck. And then the Wicked Butterfly can also special another insect reptile. Or reptile basically from hand, and then when this gets banished at the end phase, I can draw cards based on the number of different insect, reptile, or plants, so I can get a little extra at the end. So that's it for monsters. As for spells, so 3 prayers, 2 Magatama, 1 ritual, 1 mirror, and 1 purification. So obviously really good cards in terms of this gets to add and tribute, and then you just keep going with the Mitsurugi. One thing I found in playtesting was the deck does struggle to sort of break board. So I played 2 of this today. I'm not sure if I would still play 2, but it did come up a couple times, quite clutch. Obviously 1 of each Mitsurugi ritual, because you can sort of recur them, so this can be added from grave. This sort of shuffles back in. So obviously I didn't feel I needed too many. And then obviously the trap, the Omni Negate. In terms of the Ogdoadic spell and traps, 1 Daybreak and 1 Water Lily. So Daybreak, often I try tribute the Curse on field, give me 4 tokens, which basically allows me to link climb into the sort of Ragnaraka, Haggard Lizardos, and sort of any other sort of stuff that I can use in the extra deck without basically even having to normal summon. And then Water Lily is quite good in terms of just sending 1 reptile to grave, and then normally if I I'll probably have about 20,000 reptiles in grave, so I get a free special summon as well. So I could send, say, Night Sword Serpent, summon that, and then summon something else, so which can also normally get me into like King of the Feral Imps or something, so I can just keep extending. So deck's quite consistent. And then it was one with Ragnarok with Seer of Woes. Again, the deck didn't have much effect on the graveyard, so I added this in. So I could at least banish a couple cards from graveyard, and again, when this is in the grave, it reshuffles cards into deck from banished as well. So again, it helps with sort of recursion. Some other cards, the absolute goat of the deck, Snake Crane. Discard 1 card, send 4 reptiles, and build basically the whole board. 2 pre-preparations of right, because the new Mitsurugi ritual basically has all the names on it, so again, brilliant for sort of going in. And then 1 call by, 1 cross out. And then hand traps, there wasn't much space for hand traps, so the board is sort of designed to sort of build quite a strong board. So 3 Ash, 2 Droll, 2 Nibs, and 3 Imperm. There's about the space I could sort of put in. In terms of how it went today, there are a few things I would change. I might run one of the kaijus, because obviously it's searchable, which is kind of helpful. Maybe a few other changes to sort of the ratios here and there. And I would have played the Alien engine, but I don't have a Planet Polluted Virus at the moment. But yeah, the skill drain on legs is quite funny. Extra deck wise, here's the Ragnarok portion. So 1 Skeletal Soldier, 1 Mantis Monk, 1 Selene Snapper, 1 Chain Coils, and then 1 Stag Sovereign. The Stag Sovereign didn't come up that often, but you know, Selene can help sort of break boards. Skeletal Soldier obviously helps sort of link climb. Mantis Monk adds the trap, and obviously Chain Coils sort of prevents them using sort of effects in hand, so it can slow opponent down. So there's quite a lot of space in the extra deck, so I didn't actually have to use that many. So 1 Echidna, and then 2 Haggard Lizardos, and then 2 King of the Feral Imps. Is probably the only other cards that are sort of there for consistency. You know, because I'm just playing reptiles, so I can banish 1 and draw 1, make a monster attack 0, and then add a reptile, and then obviously add any reptile. So the deck was quite consistent in terms of getting to the board, so I didn't have to sort of worry about, you know, hitting 1 or 2 hand traps. And then some other bits, so 1 Typhon, and then some alternate Slayer targets, so Garura, Heralds, Merry Logic, and the Tri-Brigade Arms. And that's it for the extra deck.
Excellent. So that's it for the Mitsurugi, Ogdoadic, Ragnarok. Bit of a mouthful on that one. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting art type. The fact that the Mitsurugis are TCG exclusives is really kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see what the deck does going forward. There's already quite a few different variants for the deck and the strategy, so it'll be very interesting to see where the deck evolves and goes from that point on. But this being the first rendition of the deck with its new support was really interesting to see, and it ended up doing quite well at locals. I think it ended up getting 3rd place with a score of 3 wins and 1 loss. Ultimately, the loss was, I believe it was Malice, wasn't it? Was it Malice?
Yeah, it was Malice.
Yeah, which was the overall winner. So, yeah, it kind of shows you the scale of what this deck can do when played correctly and piloted correctly as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe and, of course, happy dueling.